ending birthright citizenship, which now comes to the fore, that was meant for the babies of slaves. It wasn't meant for people trying to scam the system and come into the country on a vacation.
I know a lot of Black Americans don't want to see it now, but a small vast of us, like myself, we see that Trump is looking out for everyone, including us. The majority may not see it until later. And he said himself that the birthright citizenship was made for the babes of slaves, meaning it was made for us African American individuals. It was made for us Black people. It was made for us. And unfortunately, for years, the system somehow formulated and manipulated us into thinking that we don't need all the benefits here in America and gave the benefits that belong to us to everybody else, aka the illegal immigrants here.
Ones who was saying they're not going to kick us out, they can't move us, they can't touch us. Oh girl, shut up. Trump is going to keep the law. He's going to uphold the 14th Amendment. You wasn't listening. He said it on the news. Due to misidentification and racial profiling, ICE is confusing African Americans with Haitian migrants, and they're deporting both. And before you say, where's your proof? I had first heard about it, and then I had to go research it a couple times, and I wish the fuck I would give y'all what I found.
They are not bringing back slavery with whips and plantations. They are bringing it back through paperwork, policy, executive orders, and silence. They tested it on immigrants, people with foreign names, people of color who could be quietly disappeared from schools, homes, hospitals, airports, people dragged from their lives and deported to countries they didn't even come from. And when no one came to stop it, they knew they could push further. Because the real target was never them. It was always us. Black people. Immigrants were the test subjects, the dress rehearsal. But the main act was always about revoking our rights, our citizenship, our existence. Birthright citizenship is next on the chopping block. And understand, the 14th Amendment wasn't created to serve immigrants. It was created to correct the crime of slavery, to finally recognize us, the descendants of the enslaved, as citizens, as humans. To undo that amendment is to undo Black humanity. To erase us without having to say it outright.
The crazy thing about ending birthright citizenship is that this is stolen land. Like, the Europeans, quite literally, trying to get rid of birthright citizenship is crazy because this is a foreign land, technically. Like, this isn't your native land. Your native land is in Europe. Like, the thing is, oh, you're going to end birthright citizenship, so if if your parents aren't citizens, then you're not going to be a citizen if you're born here. Okay, so if you go far back enough, though, the Europeans' descendants weren't born here either. They were in Europe. This is not their land either. The only people native to the land are the Native Americans.
Hello, lovelies. Welcome back to today's episode. You know, we've been talking about birthright citizenship, where it was only meant for babies who came from slaves, means Black Americans right now. This time around, after I came across this particular video, this woman was trying to say, please, you need to be very careful. These things, you may see them as we are priority, but they are trying to twist it in another way, in another hidden agenda. After I came across this particular video, this woman was saying he saw the way ICE detain Haitians, confusing them with Black Americans. If you may see each and everything, these people, they are trying their best level to reduce the number of Latinos in America, to reduce the number of Black also people who stays in America, if you can see it well. Guys, a lot of people are talking about this. We have different videos from different creators. Let's get to hear about them. Let me know your thought and your opinion in the comment section. Then we'll come back with more commentaries.
When it comes to Black Americans, immigration, and citizenship, I've seen some very interesting takes and comments. One of them being people facetiously saying, oh, where are they going to deport me back to? Mississippi? Alabama? An actual video that I saw that was very alarming was someone saying, oh, they wanted us here. Excuse me? The only want plus here plus us equals to be used as chattel. It was as a result of resistance, us learning how to read, although that was illegal and could cost you your life, us pushing back, us fleeing oppression, that we were able to get rights, something they have never wanted for Black Americans, which is why the wealth gap is so huge, which is why we populate prisons over every demographic. No, you may not be deported to Alabama, but you may be Khalif Browder. Some of us couldn't even keep grandma's house, and y'all are going to convince me that you were able to still keep your great-great-grandmother, grandfather's birth certificate? Because that's what they're going after, the proof that your ancestors were actually born on this soil, not brought here.
I know with this birthright citizenship bullshit, we all know what the Trump administration trying to do. They're trying to make America, I guess, white. Yeah, you know, make America white as hell, white as fuck. I don't understand how white that they're trying to get America. You know what I'm saying? Like, white people is 70% the majority in this goddamn country. Like, how white can you get this goddamn country? You know what I'm saying? Like, what level of whiteness are they trying to get to? They done brought in some white South Africaners or whatever they call them. They done brought these motherfuckers in. But, like, how white do we need America? Like, how white can we get? I mean, the fact that white people, it's like, what, 240 million of y'all motherfuckers in this country? I don't see what they're trying to do here, man. You know, get rid of all the brown and black people and just have whites only? Do you know how boring America would be if it was just one color? You know, just imagine America with no diversity in it, motherfucker, right? We are the most diverse country in the world. We have the most diverse military. Like, wouldn't y'all get tired of looking at each other? Wouldn't you like to see some black people from time to time? You know what I'm saying? I mean, when you want to see some Hispanics, some Asians, I mean, wouldn't you just like to say hi to somebody that don't look like you from time to time, you know? I mean, maybe we do need to bring back segregation. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're just, like, black people, people of color, we just go mind our motherfucking business. And y'all go mind y'all goddamn business. You know what I'm saying? It will save a lot of money and time and resources and shit. Let's just put in segregation, say we don't fuck with y'all, y'all don't fuck with us, y'all can be happy on y'all side, and we can be happy over here. You know what I'm saying? That's all we need to do. Just bring back segregation, man. That's all we need to do.
I'm sorry. We all four of us didn't hear that. We heard Donald Trump admit that the United States owned slaves, and the gift was birthright citizenship. I don't know what y'all heard, but I just heard him admit that on the world stage, that the United States owned slaves, and the gift was birthright citizenship. You know, he keeps telling the truth, but y'all don't listen to it. I mean, all four of us do, but y'all really don't listen to what he be saying. Like, everything that comes out Donald Trump's mouth be his delusional truth, which is admittance. He's admitting everything that you all claim that it's a lie. Like, y'all don't understand why we had to fight for certain things. Well, now you do, because he still thinks we're slaves. Do y'all not get that part? Do y'all black folks not get that part at least? He's admitting it. And now the world knows the United States owns slaves. Oh, babies, y'all need to pay attention. Pay attention to what come out that man's mouth. He telling y'all the truth. He just told y'all where we going. So for all of y'all that think they don't want us back in the fields, or we ain't going back in the fields, they gonna try to make us, because we are the gift that keeps on coming, I guess.
So the Supreme Court basically gutted birthright citizenship. So when is the bitch going back? And when she's taking that large for no reason ass motherfucker with no jump shot with her. Come on, y'all know who I'm talking about. Y'all know who I'm talking about. When's the bitch going back? dig up her goddamn parents and take their ass with her. And take that no jump shot having 6 foot Jesus H. Christ child of hers and get the fuck up out of here. When they going back? When them 3 trifling ass children, when they leaving? Act like, come on now. Act like I'm the only one that thought it. It's okay. I'm the villain. It'll be me. Okay. It's probably me. I had to say it. I had to say it. When the fuck are they going? All right, everybody act like I'm the only one noticed. When that bitch leaving? Her and that long ass fucking bamboo stick with shoes on and slick back hair. When they getting the fuck out? In fact, if you look at all 5, only one of them can stay. Only one. And the only reason that one can stay, because her mama was American. That's also the one he don't talk about.
So I don't know if y'all saw the recent Supreme Court ruling. I'm sorry, I'm trying not to cry. But they sided with the Trump administration on nationwide injunctions, which was what was preventing birthright citizenship. Which was preventing Trump's birthright citizenship executive order from going in effect. And so essentially it's a 30-day pause before whatever guidance they put out will go in effect, which essentially means that you can't do a nationwide injunction to curtail some of his executive orders, which essentially means that it puts 250,000 children. It puts 250,000 children in limbo. And we know that they don't want to stop there. They've already been trying to position to put U.S. citizens in foreign jails, which we know a lot of that will be Black and brown people. And the Supreme Court basically said that they can rewrite the Constitution unilaterally.
I just saw a real sad sight, and it was a girl crying. I'm not sure if I'm assuming she's an immigrant. I'm not sure. But she was crying about the birthright citizenship thing, right? And I felt bad for her, but I didn't know what to say because apparently someone in her family or some of her family must have voted this way. But here's the thing that her parents or her grandparents did not understand when they made that vote, okay? When you do not protect Black America, you hurt yourself. When you do not protect Black America, you end up hurting the globe. And that's just a reality that people, when they come over here, they have to understand. When you do not protect Black America, you hurt yourself. This country never functioned without Black America. The good in this country came through by Black America. There's some things they don't teach you in history class. Okay? Democracy would not be what it was if it were not for Black America. So when you mistreat Black America, or when you think you harming Black America, or when you think you're doing something to Black America, trust and believe every single time you do it, you're going to hurt yourself. So until your grands or your grandparents or your parents understand that.
You know, I've said before that everything that happens in America, you can have every bad thing that happens, that instead of comparing it to Nazi Germany, compare it to America, because all the bad things have already happened. And so the conversation around the Supreme Court saying, yeah, the 14th Amendment, throw that stuff out the window, that it doesn't matter if you're born here, that if your parent wasn't a legal citizen and you're not either. You could go back to why the 14th Amendment was put in a constitution. So you have the Constitution, and the first 10 amendments are called the Bill of Rights. And those first 10 exclusively address white people protecting white people. That's all it is. Just white people protecting white people from other white people. And then you get down to 13 and 14, they abolish slavery, sorta, if you know, you know. And the 14th, that, okay, all these millions of black people in this country, millions at the time, millions, who had built the country, died for the country, who had nursed and raised white people, right? Them babies. Black mothers had nursed and raised, and we fed from the fields to the kitchen table. We fed and kept white people alive. They finally said, you know what? After we have protected ourselves with the Bill of Rights, the Constitution and Bill of Rights, and going through great pains not to mention slavery and slaves or formerly enslaved or anything like that. We get to 13th, we abolish it. 14th, now y'all can be citizens. We've cared for ourselves first, and now y'all can be citizens. And it took 2 years to ratify that. Like, they argued whether or not the millions of us in this country who have fought in every war for this country and with this country, who had nursed and raised them and taught them how to farm, taught them medicine, taught them hygiene, nursed their babies, and fed, clothed, and housed them, and suffered under their atrocities, that now we can be citizens. It took them 2 years to ratify that. And then they went on to do some other things. And now that law is being used, or that amendment to the Constitution is being used to attack immigrants. You never have to go to Nazi Germany to compare. You can always go to American history to compare, because American history will always give you the comparison, because it is always an atrocity done against black people and or indigenous people. It's always right there.
You remember a lot of people has been using this birthright citizenship for decades. A lot of people has been benefited from it. But did you ever think that DT will come out and say, listen, this birthright citizenship was only made from slaves, babies from slaves? Did you ever think that he would come out on camera, even to agree, even to say, yes, there was a time we had slaves here on this land? You are trying to show that black Americans, they are in America on a favor. After doing all those sort of treatment, maltreatment, all those torture, all those things to slaves, what they gave them as a gift is just to allow their babies to have citizenship. That's what you could interpret this. How come you are saying babies from slaves, they are the only one who were allowed to get birthright citizenship? And if you remember very well, this birthright citizenship came after civil rights movement. You knew a lot of people lose their lives doing that protest. You know very well the history. That's when they came out to say, oh, okay, let's give them this birthright citizenship. Let's sign it. We don't care. As long as we keep not their slaves, as long as you keep detaining them here, as long as you keep let them being on this land, keep working for us. Now you see, but from nowhere, they are saying, no. This time around, all of those other nations who've been benefit from this, we are going to revoke each and everything. This is something we are going to stop. You could ask yourself, why these judges came out to give that right to DT to do something like this? If something has been there for decades, almost 150 years, people using this system, and from nowhere, they are granting him to do something like this, you could ask yourself, what are these people are trying to do? What are their mission? What are their intention? We can't come here and celebrate because, you know, since this new administration came in place, they've been signing a lot of executive orders here and there. A lot of people came out to say, what you are doing is not right. They don't care to hear anything. But when it comes to black people, people need to be very careful. This is something people need to look in a distance because you can't tell. I've seen some black Americans you are celebrating, oh, Haitians should go back to their home countries. We don't care. We belong here. Nothing concerns us. It should concern you because this Haitians was 500,000 black people, brown people stays in America. If they don't have that pity, they from nowhere they revoke that status and they want to take them back to Haiti. You should ask a question, what is the meaning of this? What these people are trying to show, what these people are trying to achieve. If someone come and remove 500,000 from brown people, it's a lot of number. And from now, because they say that they want to deport Haitian, they are trying to confusing. How come ICE is starting to confuse black Americans and Haitians? What is the meaning of that? From these things, you may say they don't want to check birthright certificate right now. What they hear, they say, if you are black or brownie, we are detaining you, maybe you are Haitian. Have you seen this ICE, what they are trying to do right now? And yet you are here to celebrate? No, 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 no. If someone doesn't have that pity of Haitian, the situation right now, that country, the way each and everything is going on, you know, the current situation, and you are saying you want to take those people back there, can't you hear something about it? I've seen some black Americans this time around. There is a lot of trend videos. They are trying to say, "Oh, we are leaving America. We are going to look another life or somewhere else." Please, 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 don't go anywhere. You need first to stay there. This time around, this new administration, they are changing each and everything, each and every day. We are seeing things people have never expected to see in their whole lives. If they wake up one day, they say, we are closing job corps. And the way you knew very well, this job corps has been there for decades, helping majority of black kids, black teenagers. You all know the meaning of everything. And after, from nowhere, they came out and closed it. Did you ever think something like this would happen? Now see the kids. They went back in the street. That's what they wanted. They don't want the black people to progress. They don't want them to go far. They are trying their best level to keep them in one place. People need to see each and everything. People need to see what is really happening. People need to stop being ignorant. When they are saying birthright citizenship was made for black people, it doesn't mean it's fully protected right now. I've seen how these Latinos, after they learned that black Americans, they are the only one who are supposed to stay in America land, you have seen, they got pissed. After knowing that black Americans, they are not migrant. Each and everyone is trying to fight, is trying to push black Americans out of their land. They are trying their best level. They are trying to hide the history. You have seen recently, DT came out to say any history concerning Latinos, black Americans, indigenous people, they don't want that things again in history. They don't want anyone to teach about it. They just don't want anything about it. Guys, let me know what you think about this birthright citizenship meant for black Americans. Drop your opinion. If you think each and everything right now they are safe, if you think people need to be very cautious about it, drop your opinion in the comment section. Thank you for watching this video. See you in my next episode.